What is this place? Like a mess hall? A little sloppery, if you will. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, dude. Hale has some unparalleled strength. Did you see how I kicked that box? Hey, it's part 6 of Resistance Fall of Man. And I've cleared this area up a little bit, so now my boys in the green, we're gonna roll in deep. We're rolling hard. Hard. So hard. Oh, I'm so immature. I really hope I never grow up. I hope I never grow up. One thing I always say is I pray that when I am older, I am not going to be some fucking piece of shit asshole. Like, I fucking hate old people that are angry about shit just for the sake of being angry. Like, they just can't be fucking happy about anything. And I don't buy the whole elders deserve respect thing. That's complete bullshit. I don't care what age you are. I don't care who you are, where you come from. There needs to be a mutual level of respect. I don't play the authoritative bullshit because it's just not fair. I don't give a shit if you're older. I really don't give a shit. You gotta lend a certain level of respect to any sort of other human being. Now, if it's like sort of a, I don't know, fucking protege to master sort of situation, I could see the level of respect there. It's just, there's certain, classes that you need to look at, right? And for, like, old people, it's like, okay, well, I'll respect you if you respect me. And I love awesome old people, the kind that love life, have loved their lives, are super happy about everything, are always happy to impart wisdom in a nice, respectful manner. What I don't like is an old piece of shit grandpa at a restaurant who bitches about something completely mundane, like how there's not enough napkins at the table. And, not like it's just one mundane thing. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? This is the kind of person that does complain about everything, and they're just mad about everything. I just hate old people like that. I pray to God that I'm not one of those people when I grow up. I hope I'm the fun grandpa. Kind of grandpa who buys things he shouldn't be buying for his grandkids. Like, I should not have gotten you that. Where am I? I was gonna say something and I completely forgot again. Like, dude, this is becoming a big issue with me. A big issue. Just the other day, I went up to... Oh, well, never mind. Cutscene.
Lieutenant Cartwright, sir.
If you've come looking for a fight, you've found the place.
It seems the Chimera are up to something more than just digging tunnels. Say, look here. Who brought the yank?
By that time, word had already spread about what Hale did in Manchester. However, Cartwright wasn't the type to be easily impressed, especially by an American. Cartwright's team had found something suspicious. Instead of just making tunnels, the Chimera were digging something out of the ground. At the time, we passed it off as just another Chimeran mystery. Our priority was to seal off the tunnels.
Okay, so now we've met Cartwright. And Cartwright, lieutenant, he sort of, commands a squad and everything. He's like, I'm not going to be so impressed about this Yankee. And if I were Hale, I would have been like, listen, you piece of shit. Some serious shit's going on. We need to work together. Which technically is happening because we're working together. I just burped. I ordered Chinese today. And let me tell you, it was good. Now let me do you guys a favor. If you've never had Chinese donuts, which is basically a dessert, a pastry, Chinese, it's just straight dough with like this wonderful like sugary glaze to it, and it's fucking delicious. It's probably one of the best things you'll ever eat in your entire life, and this guy that fucking Chimera is about to eat the best human of his life. And unfortunately, I couldn't save him. I just like how he picked him up and he's like, "Ah!" Like he just yells at the human. And then he's like, "Okay, I'll throw you at the ground now as hard as I could, as hard as I can." One really this reminds, I don't know, I think I've said this before in another Let's Play, but at this point, what else am I going to talk about? That reminds me of a time when I was a kid. I was, totally fucked up and twisted and weird, and I did weird kid things. And one of the weird kid things I did was I would like torture earthworms. One of the things that I did was I would take an earthworm, and I would take it and I would just throw it at the concrete like as hard as I could, and I just keep doing that over and over again until the worm just sort of, passed on. And another thing was I would, or in retrospect to that, I would take the worm and throw him as high in the air as I could and let him plummet down to planet Earth and let him hit that concrete. And I would keep doing that repeatedly until the worm again ceased to live. Am I perhaps proud of these moments? Of course not. Do worms deserve that? Of course not. Did it fuel my weird sort of ambitions as a kid? I think so. Because afterwards I would be like, and then I'd just go do another weird kid thing. Which, another weird kid thing that I did, and this is actually a funny podcast moment that I had. For those of you who don't know, which I'm going to assume the vast majority of you don't know, I used to do a podcast with one of my high school friends. We did it for about a year. It was a great time. It was a great experience. It was a gaming podcast. We were a little naive and younger back then, but it was still fun. And I told this story about how I told the story to my friend about how one of the things I did when I was a kid was I would take ants in a cup, and I would keep the ants in the cup until it was bath time. So, and then you're like, okay, well, this is getting weird. So I keep the ants until bath time, and then when bath time comes, I would wait until my mom maybe perhaps stops checking up on me because I was really young, and so once mom left bath time, I would be like, okay, well, I'm done cleaning myself because I didn't want to be clean as a kid, and then I would take the shampoo, and I would dump the shampoo so slowly to sort of act like a lava, right? Because at the time, I believe I also saw the movie Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones. So I was obsessed with volcanoes at the time, because volcanoes were really cool. And so I would pretend like the shampoo was lava and it would kill the ants. And that, in a nutshell, is the weird stuff that I was into. And I'll tell you what, when those ants got trapped in that shampoo lava, they stopped moving at one point, much like most other insects do when you do things like that to them. Which, by the way, speaking of podcasts, man, I listen to so many podcasts. I love podcasts. It'd be cool to do another one, like host one or something. I would totally do another podcast, but it's hard to find the time nowadays. There's a lot of moments in this game where there's a lot of radio talk, and I'm pretty sure I'm talking over each and every piece of it. So at this point, this Let's Play totally is for the audio.
The Nottingham operation was a success. I sent the troops back to Southern Command for a well-earned rest. I was taking Hale to the Intelligence Division at Northern Command for debriefing. I radioed Northern Command on our approach. No response. As we landed, I could already sense the worst. The whole place was deathly silent.
So if you're wondering why the screen will cut to black at the end of levels now, it's because, as mentioned previously, I level selected easy so we can start playing on easy, and that's level select. So that was the end of the level, so it kicks me back to the screen after that, and it doesn't blur the screen and then go to the next cutscene. Just to explain why. We are in a creepy, creepy dark tunnel. We're all alone, of course. And it's already getting popping. Stuff's already going down. I think my TV's too loud, so hold on a second. I'm always nervous about the fucking TV audio getting into the actual voiceover audio. Because the TV is fairly close to my audio setup. It's just the most convenient sort of setup I have going on here. Okay. Is everything clear? No, everything's not clear. But there is some health over here. Now, I think this is the area where I'll kick my buddy, who is not here, down into that tunnel thing or whatever, or the big open room, and then the dog will come kill him. But of course, that's not going to actually happen because I don't have a friend here to do that. Oh, look at that ammo. Gonna have to go around to grab that. This is also a nice place to do close quarters combat, so I guess I could pull out the Ross more for anything that comes at me. Kind of hear Parker on the radio there. Like I said, I've been talking over a lot of the radio, so I would assume this is pretty much a fucking Ryan Benecki first, and then Resistance Fall of Man second at this point. I don't know why it took me so long to just figure out to switch to the carbine. For some reason, this seemed, for me, at least, feels like the best weapon to deal with Leapers. Because you can just, like, tap once, and if you get one shot in on them, they're pretty much donezo. Oh, I just burped again. God damn. I'm fucking disgusting. What is this place? Like a mess hall? A little sloppery, if you will? Oh my god, Jesus Christ, dude. Hale has some unparalleled strength. Did you see how I kicked that box? Too bad all the food's rated. I think another legitimate concern during this time would be food, at least, right? I mean, you're not, like, companies aren't producing new food and stuff. I mean, that's, like, how the whole, like, sort of whole apocalypse situation works out. Like, companies stop being companies because they gotta, you know, people gotta protect themselves. So then you stop getting... Yeah, I remember that now. Anyway, companies stop being companies because they got to protect themselves now. That really just bummed me out. I totally yeah, I mean, now that I saw it, like, I remember that's supposed to happen. Aw, you didn't see me. You didn't see me. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, they're just fucking popping out of nowhere. I don't like that one bit. And they're behind me. You fucking asshole. Ugh, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting scared. Son of a bitch! Where? Where? Go to hell, you stupid dick. At least I got the trusty Rossmore. Keeping me nice and safe. I got the ammo. Is there anything over here? Some intel or something? First intel of the game over here? Or is it like, if I collect the intel, does it stay gone forever? Because I've been noticing when I hit level select, like, a lot of the intel's already collected. So maybe it just doesn't show up after that. You are one ugly motherfucker, let me tell you. Green boxes. Ammo, I'm assuming, were placed in those boxes? When I always think of, one thing that always intrigues me is, you know, because, like, growing up, it's like, I you know, video games became my passion, and one of my early life goals was, like, oh, like, I want to make video games, but I soon realized, like, you know, video game development is just not for me. Pretty much most sectors of a video game development team, I really don't think I'd be much help in. Math is something I'm not good at, like programming, engineering, art design, like, I think I could be, I think the one thing I could do in terms of video games is like creatively, like being the guy that, you know, would write or come up, you know, brainstorm, come up with the actual plot, like, you know, character dialogue and character development. I think that's like the only role I could really play a major help in when it comes to creating a video game. So I guess that's something I could still pursue, but like I don't necessarily think I have the right background for that currently. But like, point being, I just knew like early on, like at least for most parts of a video game, I was certainly not going to be able to be a part of like video game development. Except that one part, which I think right now I still couldn't get involved in, at least with the current credentials I have. Anyway, one thing that always intrigues me though is at least the design perspective from levels, because it's like I always like for me, and I know it's like the wrong way to approach it, of course, but it's like I always think, okay, what would be a fun level to play around? So then if I were to theoretically design a level, it would be like I would make the level, and then the afterthought would be, okay, now what is the actual place going to look like? Like I would come up with the design of the layout first, and then I would be like, okay, so what's this place actually going to be? Which is, when you really think of it, that's the wrong way to approach it, because like it would have to make, it has to make sense in that approach. Like you can't make a restaurant look like a maze. Like that doesn't make sense. It has to look right. It has to look like an actual restaurant. But at the same time, you still got to design that restaurant in a way where it's fun for a game player to navigate around and stuff. That's just always interesting to me. Like that's a part of the if I were responsible for that, for example, I don't think I'd be very good at that part of the game creation. Because like the layout would be like first for me, but then I always have to remember like no, like the actual place has to be the first thing, and then the layout can be an after. It can be the next thought, the next part of the design process. I just like the whole, like I said, the whole process to me in general is very intriguing, and I always am very interested to learn everything about it. And I have profound respect for video game developers, like by far. Like they like I just mentioned, most of them possess talents that I know I could never do. And it takes so many people to bring a project like that together. So I always have great respect for people that do that. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Do not remember. I remember this place. I remember it very well. Don't know where I'm supposed to go. Maybe... Isn't this the way I came, though? Did I come this way? Oh, no, people. I'm lost. Yeah, I came this way. So that means we'll go this way. Yeah, it opens up like this. Picked up some nice auger stuff. Very nice. That doesn't take me anywhere. That doesn't take me anywhere. I fought my way through all these guys. Just making sure sometimes I look at things and I'm like, ooh, what's that? But then it's nothing, or I'm just overlooking something. Okay, this way. Got a little lost there in the conversation. The deep conversation of respect I have for video game developers. I really don't, I kind of really don't want to waste the auger when it's that close. I use that when you really got a good spot for it. That's the thing, like the auger is very limited, it's only got 20 per round. Or per clip. Ugh. And there was another one of Nathan Hale's little visions. Or more so, kind of connecting telepathically, if you will. A little bit of both, some might say. So many Chimera here. I would be so dead on medium difficulty, but I'm just having my fun right now. I'm having my fun. Ooh, basket. Kind of makes you wonder why they didn't put. Well, maybe they're here later. They're later in the level, but kind of makes you wonder why they didn't put those leaper dudes on you, the workers, the laborer Chimera. This would be a great spot for them, all close quarters, always jumping out at you. Ooh, where'd it get shipped to? Okay, I'm moving all over the place. I'm getting twisted. Okay, I'm getting confused now. Did I already come this way? Yes. I would never be good in a forest. Don't ever put me in a forest. And don't ever give me a compass. Because I will be lost. You fucking piece of shit! Ah, those fucking guys. God damn it. Let me grab this first. Don't even need it. These guys are like sniper rifle dudes, tech kinda. But they, you know, jumping all over the place. I forgot the name of these. Chimera. Yeah, look at those guys. Forgot the name of them. No, that's not intel. I think the intel's gone once you pick it up, then. Because I've got most of it, don't I? Well, that's just stuff that you pick. Yeah, intelligence. Yeah, I mean, I've got most of it. And then and then you can, like, reference it and look back at it. Look back at it. Look back at it. And I put a fat rabbit on a grapmatic. Am I supposed to go down here? Ooh. Little tunnel. Another tunnel. Ammo. Now I gotta go back. Oh, shit. Ah, that's right. Oh, we picked up the arc charger. Oh, yes. Oh, baby. I like this thing. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming up here. A lot of stuff. Ready for it? Are you ready? Are you ready? That's that Chris Angel dude, right? Was that Chris Angel thing? I could have sworn there was a tunnel with, like, leapers in it or something. Was I wrong about that? These dudes don't know that I'm here. Now that was tactical. You gotta give me some props on that one. The normal Let's Playing Ryan Benecki would not have handled the situation like that. But I did. I'm thus implying that I'm not the Let's Playing Ryan Benecki. Now you're talking to Rat Ryan Benecki, the kind of rat that likes to drink water during my Let's Plays. And cause lots of noise. Oh, let's just listen. Some groundbreaking audio. Guys, I know you're intrigued, but let's just... Yeah, there we go. I'll tell you something, people. This is one hydrated rat. I mean, he is hydrated. You could put this rat in a Nike commercial, Gatorade commercial. Like, he's ready to go. And this is the area I was finally talking about. Once you go down there, you're going to be faced with a hound. So let's go. Oh, what an appropriate time for you to stop drinking when it gets all serious. Everybody! Cliffhanger, yes. I will see you all in the next part.